Governor Quinn, thank you all for being here. I will acknowledge to all of you that I was a bit disconcerted when the governor called me. This was not something that I foresaw, but it's really been my distinct honor and privilege to work with the governor and with his entire staff, and also to work at the Department of Human Services. It's been really a gift. I'd like just as quickly as possible to remind you all a little bit about myself, talk a bit about my values and the priorities that we bring now back from the Department of Human Services. My name is Michelle Sadler, 2 L's in Michelle, 2 D's in Sadler. I was born in St. Louis, and I still have relatives in southern Illinois. My father is African American from Washington, D.C. My mother is Filipina, so I'm half African American and half Asian. She is from Manila. The governor talked about my background. One of the experiences that I had after working with him in the Treasurer's office was to run one of the state's top 5 performing investment pools for local governments, and that was here in Illinois, and that's something that I'm proud of. But one of the things that I'm really even more proud of is the fact that I did have this parallel career in advocacy as president for the Chicago Coalition for the Homeless, as co-chair for Protestants for the Common Good, and as board member for the Foundation for Self-Sufficiency in Central America. I work very collaboratively, and at DHS and everywhere else I've worked, we have talked about values and the shared values that we hold in that organization. At DHS, we've worked as an executive team, which is even a pretty large executive team, given that DHS has 13,000 employees. We arrived at some shared values, and the first was creating a community of caring for our customers and for one another. So that's our top priority, it has been at DHS. Number 2, efficient delivery of services, and there's a lot that we can talk about there. And also pride that we are the Department of Human Services and that we serve the people of Illinois. We're recovering from a very tough recession. One of the things that we have been really pleased with, and we feel it's been a gift to us, is to work with the Put Illinois to Work program. This was something that came out of creative thought and collaboration. I was fortunate to go to a conference, the APHSA conference, American Public Human Service Administrators. And at that conference, the federal representatives of the federal government were telling us about this TANF Emergency Contingency Fund from the Program for Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. And they were actually entreating us as representatives of state agencies to use these dollars. I brought that idea back, sat down in roundtable discussion with many of our advocacy partners and staff, and Put Illinois to Work was conceived. And really, because it was a gift, we saw it grow. We worked hard, we worked collaboratively, and to date, 25,991 people were put into temporary employment. So that's really been a wonderful experience. I've been grateful for that experience. I want to tell you that I am me. I bring all the strengths and shortcomings that a person might have, but I work hard. I believe in honesty all the way, and I believe in partnership. So I look forward to partnering, to a continued partnership with our legislators, our employees, our providers, and our advocacy groups, and of course, with all of our state agencies and Governor Quinn.
Okay, well said. Thank you.